What would be your advice for your younger self then?
I won't change a thing. I was thinking about this question. I think every experience I have learned so much. Only advice would be maintain a journal. I would have loved to go back and read it today and remember a lot of experiences, and maintain your network. Your network from the day you started work, even before, from your university school days, your network is your power. So I think I was not very good at maintaining that in the early days. We didn't have LinkedIn those days. It was more of mobile numbers, etc. And I've lost a lot of the really good contacts. Do maintain your network, nurture your network. This world will be a place driven by your networks. Your career will be dictated by the networks you have.
How are you doing that? How you nurture your network? I'm just curious. Because now I hope so that I'm in your network now.
Of course, definitely. This is actually a session I do for my clients, and it's fascinating. So, you draw a network map. And I did this as part of that residential course, as told you. I think it was 5, 6 years back. And in that, you actually see, you put in all these factors, right? You start from school. If you've worked in multiple companies, you put in all of that. And then you'll also have others where you entered, go into courses and you meet new people. And within your organization also, you would have connects of, you'll work with HR, you'd have worked with recruitment. And then you start plotting names. You draw this big map, and over the next month, you start dropping in names there. You go into your LinkedIn, you search people, you have contacts, but you have not been in touch. You populate this whole aspect. And then you'll also see where your gap in the network is. I don't have anybody in podcasters, maybe, right? And now that in this, I didn't have to look at, I didn't need that in my previous job. I was not into social media. I didn't need podcasters. I didn't, but now I might be looking at, oh, who are the podcasters? Who are the other coaches? Who are the board advisors? Those would be your gaps. So depending on which phase of career you are in, you will have to expand your network. And this mapping gives you this clear vision of where you have strong points and where you have weak. Then you leverage your strong network to fill in for the weak network. You talk to people you know in this network who may be CEOs, or they may be heads of units, and you talk to them and said, have you been to this? I saw this interview. You went to this interview. Do you know this person who did this interview? Can you introduce me? So you go in a structured way. So building, so the last part of my 3 module coaching is about elevating your brand. And it doesn't happen overnight, right? You have a strategy, and part of that is network as well. So you work on your network, you work on the perception. How are you perceived in your industry? So Dalia, how are you perceived? Are you seen as a woman in tech? Are you seen as a podcaster? Are you seen as an industry leader? How would you like to be seen? Right? It's very powerful. In the earlier days where your network and what people thought was just people in the office, this was not a thing. People would, by word of mouth, say, I went to this meeting and this person was impressive. You can call her here. But now the world is your oyster. How do you want to be seen in that world? You can define that, and you can build that brand for yourself. And you leverage your network to build that